Shoot, I might as well rest for the rest of the day. Ain't no need to go to class because I got the club tonight. I got my fellas coming into town.
Well,
and I got to make sure that we ready to club tonight. You already know who it is. It's your boy Tree from Bird in the Tree podcast.
Damn, your son's still in the building. Salute the bird.
You already know what she out there doing, man. She out there saving the world as usual. But today's topic is very important, man, because it's something that I feel like everybody in the world faces. I mean, now it's on different levels, I feel like, but at some point in time, we all face some type of addiction.
Word.
So today's topic is, what is your addiction?
That's good, bro. Some good stuff there already.
What's up, man? What you got for him, man? What's up?
Oh, man. How you feeling, bro?
Hey, man. I'm feeling good. And the reason why I'm feeling good is because, first of all, man, you know, I talk to my little brother, Kendall. He calls me every night. Shout out to my brother, man. He always makes sure I'm good.
That's right.
First thing he said, hey, man, Easter Day, man, you know, you Junior.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Josh. Shout out to Pooch.
Legendary.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Daryl Jones.
Shout him out.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Calvin Brooks, man. Shout out to Daryl Strickland, man. All the fellas. And the reason why I'm shouting out everybody is because what y'all don't understand is Easter Sunday was very special for the simple reason that, you know, it was a bonding moment. And the reason why I say that is because what happened was, you know, Junior came over to the crib. Josh came over to the crib. Of course, like I said, my brother Kendall, he was there at the time. Pooch came later. Daryl came later. But we just had one of those, you know, sit outside, sit on the deck and tell stories. And see, Kendall, you know, like I said, man, he called me. He was like, you know, big bro, man, I just enjoy when y'all just sit back and just tell stories. And the first thing he said is, hey, man, I wish I was living back then.
Yeah,
and you know, I always tell him, hey, man, you know, times were great. We had fun. I don't regret anything that we did whatsoever. But at the same time, man, you know, if they ask me, would I do that same stuff now? I would be like, no. Times are different now. Things have changed. You can't, hey, look, bro, you can't get away with a lot of stuff like you could back in the day, I feel like.
Most definitely.
But it's just one of those things, man, where it just, man, this Easter, man, that was, if you guys heard our last podcast, we was talking about Easter, how important it is, but Easter became that more important to me. Just, you know, outside telling stories, man, it was just a fun time, man. You know, the family got together. It was just good, man. How was your Easter, man? How you feel about it?
Oh, man, it was cool, man. I always special for me. You already know that. Again, thank you guys for what you did for the kids. The girls was really blessed with the Easter baskets, man. For me, I'm a country boy. I'm somebody that, you know, it don't take a whole lot to hit home to me. So having that opportunity, man, as often as we can for the fellas to be together and chop it up. The thing that's so real when you got a real circle, the conversation never stopped. Just picked right back up from where we last left it. I'm talking about whether that's a year, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's just how genuine it is. And if you ever notice when you get around people like that, you don't even got to ask them, yo, how you feel, man? What's going on? They already know. So it's like that's a prerequisite, man, because we know each other.
Right.
So we literally would just pick conversation up, and it's cool, man. It's cool.
It was cool, man. And then just sitting there, cool. You know, Kendall, again, hey, he's on his phone 24/7. You know, it's that generation, man. You know, he on his phone 24/7, Facebook, TikTok, you know what I'm saying, Snapchat, all that, you know. And you know, whenever I go home, you know, you'll look over there, we sitting down eating dinner. Kendall got his phone out here on the phone. But when we telling stories, Kendall, no phone. Kendall sitting there listening, just looking like, hey, what they about to talk about next? and just
man,
laughing and having a good time, man. What's up, man?
That generation, man, it's kind of been bereft of that because for me, it was always something when I was growing up about when a man walked in the room. Yo, man, like men command attention. You know what I'm saying? And the only time you can get attention from other men is when you carry yourself respectable.
That's right.
So like when we all come, man, the conversation is live, man, because when I'm talking, boom. Then when you talk, boom. Pooch, whoever. It's so real. When it goes to Josh, the audience is captivated. You know, we really want to hear, you know what I mean, what we have to say. Versus I would say this generation has kind of been to a point where they were taught to communicate versus to speak to each other. And, you know, we communicate in all kind of ways, man. So for them, you know, the whole speaking thing, man, when they get a chance to see people in that, man, in that circle, it's like being in a little cipher, man. It's different. Right. It's different, man. And it's pure. It's pure, it's raw, it's uncut. And it's a beautiful thing to see men that can still do that. Here I am, 37 years, bro, and we can still get together and do it just like that. It's just beautiful, man.
It is, man. It is. And Kendall said that. He was like, hey, big bro, how do y'all remember all that stuff? You know, how do you remember everything that you did? Hey, man, at the end of the day, bro, when you had fun like we had, when you did the things that we've done, it's when you just don't forget it. We made memories, you know what? You know?
It's mind-blowing because, when you really look at it, and I always try to see what we can tie in it that can, you know, fall on solid ground. So here's some solid ground for you. Like you talked about Easter. When you read John's gospel, John is the youngest of all the apostles. Okay, but here's what's amazing. He writes about the events that took place that he was an eyewitness to 60 years later. 60 years later is when he records his gospel. But watch this. It's amazing because the events was so, you know, profound to him that he can even remember the time of the day. So when you're reading that gospel, don't lose sight when he say, yo, and it was the 9th hour. You know what I mean? It was at the 6th hour when this happened, or it was at this time or that time. I look at what we were doing, bro. We can literally remember detailed events to the point that where it brings such a credibility on the power of word of mouth. You know, so when we would just look and go and study and look at word, I've seen people try to discredit John's gospel because he, you know, how in the world can he go and write of events 60 years later? Yo, bro, we talking about events, man, that we can still remember so detailed. And, you know, we talking about partying and clubbing.
Hey, man.
Yo, you don't think I seen a dude turn water into wine? I ain't gonna remember the time of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. I mean, I just think that that's why the moment was so big.
Yeah.
Because he got a chance to play kind of the role of a Luke in scripture. He wasn't an eyewitness to the account. But Luke said, yo, once I heard the stories that were passed down, I had perfect understanding. That young man got perfect understanding, not being an eyewitness to anything or what a real bond looks like. You know what I mean? That's it's just the parallelism is crazy, bro.
Well, you say, bro, healthy, huh?
Hey, healthy, bro. You see it, man. See it, bro.
Hey, man. And you know, it's funny because I mean, hey, look, he's still. I mean, we have hundreds of stories, and of course, he still hasn't heard everything. But you know, I never forget this story, which of course ties into what we're talking about. You know, what is your addiction?
Yeah, and, I already know where you're going.
And you already know what I'm going with this, man. You already know what I'm going with this, man. Hey, look.
No script.
Hey, look, that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Look, we have not talked about this. We haven't talked about script. The only thing I came to Junior with was, hey, look, man, this is today's topic. And we said, all right, cool, man. I got stuff for it. All right, cool.
I think we talked about that, what? Later, I mean, you know, like a minute before you called, you was like, yo, this is the topic.
Yeah, this is the topic. Yeah, let's run. And he was like, all right,
so
cool.
Look, I can tell y'all right now, he about to give y'all a story when we was in a vehicle together. I'm gonna let it ride though.
He already know where we at. So look,
what you do, bro?
The backstory of the story is again addiction. So when it comes to addiction, you know, people are like, well, addiction can be good and bad, but I look at it like this.
Yes.
With us, it became bad. And this is why I say now, I'm not talking about drugs. I'm not talking about drinking alcohol, nothing like that. But what I'm talking about is clubbing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And people are like, well,
metaphorically speaking,
how can you become addicted to clubbing? Well, let me explain it to you. So back in college, shout out to ECU back in 03 to 09, because that was our run. Believe it or not.
I feel like Jay-Z, we held it down 6 summers.
Hey, man, we held it down for real.
6 summers, bro.
Shout out to the Halloween.
Man, listen.
That dressed up. And
from that time frame, them 6 summers, we held it down.
Hey. So,
like I said, Jay-Z, we held it down. We were the blueprint. No reasonable doubt, bro. I'm telling you, this is what we did.
We were. So what happened was, we clubbed every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And, it was just kind of like, we would club here and there. And then it became, hey, look, every week, hey, we hitting this club. We got to be there by a certain time. We got to have it. So it became to a point where, hey, I'm going to be honest with you. Hey, look, this is raw. I dropped out of college. And you're probably like, well, why do you drop out of college? Well, Junior, shout out to my cousin Franks. You already know what it is. Shout out to my cousin Justin Cross. You already know what it is. These guys would come down. I had an apartment. Shout out to Josh, who and the stories we got with him. But it is what it is. Shout out to all these guys because
PG-13.
We had an apartment, right? We had an apartment, and shout out to North Campus Crossing out there in Greenville, North Carolina. Hey, good times. But we had an apartment, and the guys would come down. Now, sometimes they would come down on a Monday. And I'm like, well, my fella's down. I ain't gonna just have them sitting at the house chilling by themselves. So I need to stay there with them. So literally, I dropped out of college. I really did. But it came to a point where every week we had the club. And it won't, like I said, it won't the fact of, people going in there drinking, smoking, whatever. It was the fact that we just loved to dance. And the attention that we was getting from that is what made it even worse. So we would walk in the club, we wouldn't wait in line, we would skip line, the bouncers would just let us in like we was some celebrity, some artist or whatever, and we would just go to the front of the line and we would just walk in the club, and then we will have our spot in the club. And we dancing, chilling, whatever, laughing, having a good time. But people would gravitate towards us.
Oh, the energy was crazy.
The energy, was silly, like for real. We just had a lot of good energy, and it was just all good vibes. There was no bad energy, no bad vibes, anything like that at all. So what happened was this became like months.
Had to have it.
Then it came into years. Then it just came into, hey, look, man, I have it. So what happened was me and Junior in the car on the way back to the apartment. We had just left the club.
It was shut down that weekend, bro. Everywhere.
It was shut down that weekend.
Downtown was shut down everywhere.
You're right. It was shut down that weekend. We was coming back. I don't think we knew that it was shut down.
Yes. We were looking for somewhere to club. Anywhere.
Exactly. So we're in the car at the red light by North Campus Crossing. And I never forget. I looked at Junior and we looked at each other like, if this was a movie, the camera would have been in the windshield, in the front windshield, looking at both of us, and you would have looked at us and you would have seemed like, did somebody die? Did something happen? Because the look on our face was like defeat.
Destroyed.
Like, what's going on?
Club,
and I looked at Junior and I said,
I got this.
I said, hey, man, what? I got to have it. And he was like, what are you talking about? I was like, man, I got the club. Like, I have to have it. And, we sit back now and we laugh and it's funny. And it's, it's one of those things where, we tell this story.
I really meant that joint too, bro.
But I really meant it.
I got
to have the club. I have to be in the club.
And it was hilarious, bro.
It was. And the thing is, but I didn't know I was actually addicted to going to the club.
What?
And I never knew that. If you had said, hey, man, you addicted. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Yep. No, I don't have to go to the club. No.
Yeah, right.
I sat in that car, bro. Hey man, I got to have it.
Yo, it was like a fiend that couldn't get a fix. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And psychologically, what it did that moment, because I'll never forget. I was like, "Yo, Negro, what? This dude just say he got to have it, like with conviction. Yo, I got to have it." And I was like, "Yo, this dude gone, man. Yeah. He's straight wilder." Yo, but what was funny? I was in the same boat, bro. I was running so hard, trying to do, you should, but anyway, running so hard. and yo, man, I had to have, bro. And believe it or not, the camaraderie, what it did for my egocentric mind, yo, it fueled me, man, to the point that, you had to have it. So I would say, yo, looking at this, let me just open up my book. Let me be transparent if I can, if I must be.
Okay.
So what's your biggest addiction? For me, my biggest addiction was this, and probably still is in some, spots in my life now, not admitting that you have an addiction. That was probably my biggest addiction. Because truth be told, we have addictions in so many areas of our life. And it becomes a compliment to say you don't. And whether you know it or not, until you get real with yourself, you'll be a liar to everybody you meet. So
correct.
I was constantly lying to myself, not admitting, yo, wait, bro, addicted. I'm not addicted to no club. Right. Your word. You know what? You truthfully be told, you're actually addicted worse because you have an addiction to saying you don't have an addiction.
Right.
I mean, it may seem complex. Really, it's kind of simple. And truth be told, that's where it starts. The root of it, and any type of rehabilitation center, one of the first things they do is what? Hi, I'm such and such, and I'm alcoholic.
Right.
Okay, hi, I'm Junior, and I'm a clubaholic.
Right.
Nah, man, I'm not doing that, bro. Look, we said that everything you hear in the after school special. What did we say? Oh, bro, I can stop whenever I want. What are you talking about, bro? And at the end of the day, you would do whatever it took to get there, in so much that one of the things I think that will break anybody's heart that's addicted like that is, it's cool for me to go, but you got to go, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, ain't none of this by myself. Yo, bro, look, you know what we do.
Right.
So you will find out there are a lot of people that have, issues or whatever, addictions, they don't have them by themselves. It's not fun to be addicted to anything by yourself.
Correct.
You need somebody, that can help you continue into your addiction. And yo, shout out to my homies that helped me stay addicted, bro. It was fun.
It was fun.
What a run.
It was fun. And it was so much fun that we was thinking about actually getting a house and all moving in together.
Going all the way, bro.
Now, this was back in 2008, 2009, right before I left to go into the military. And I remember, we sat down, we was like, hey, man, all right, we've been in this apartment. We always together. We always out. We always clubbing. Hey, man, we might as well just get a house.
Yeah.
And, thank God, that didn't happen. Because I don't know what would have happened. I don't know where we would have been. I put it this way, we probably wouldn't even been doing this podcast, to be honest with you.
Oh, no.
Things would have just been crazy.
I think it's crazy, bro, because you hear certain things, it had to happen. Yeah, it really did, because when you made your decision about the military, I didn't even know anything about it, right?
Correct.
And that's so crazy.
Correct.
I think we had that type of relationship, though, where had I known, I probably would have been in the Air Force. That's just the relationship.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that is crazy as can be, but that's literally where I think we were at that time.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
The addiction also spanned from, the people that you hang around, you become the byproduct. So, you even though we could stand on our own, it ain't fun standing alone. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So I think that certain addictions that we all have, we share them, right? Yo, if you're addicted to this, yo, I'm addicted to this. I was never that keen on the European persuasion. by way of females, but hey, my homies, yo, that's what they do. Shout out, salute. They know I ain't lying. They just want my thing, man. Yo, I've never been a Wonder Bread kind of guy. It's got to be wheat. Or either got to get some toast on it. You know me. But, you know, these guys, you look up, hey, when you're in Rome, we do as the Romans, my man. You know what I mean? We do as the Romans. And, yo, that's just facts.
It is.
Facts.
It is.
Yo, man, I would tell you I'm kind of tired, bro, but I'm more fatiguing. You know what I'm saying? Stay with me, bro.
I feel you,
I'm
man.
really fatiguing, man. That's all. Don't pay me no mind.
Hey, nah, it's all good, man. Hey, they get these folks get us wrong, man. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
We give y'all the black and white. I'm just saying that's just where it's at.
That's how I go. But you know, when it comes to addictions, I mean, obviously there are so many addictions that's out there. A lot of times, you know, kind of reading up on it a little bit, addictions can sometimes be mistaken for habits.
Yes, sir.
But usually, you know, a habit can somewhat be a good thing. Whereas, for instance, and I'll give you a prime example. The fiance and myself, we got these water bottles from Apple.
Okay.
And what they do, they Bluetooth to your phone and they kind of let you know, hey, look, you need to drink water. Okay, so this is your height, this is your weight, this is how active you are. So this is how many ounces of water you need to drink a day. Now, me personally, I never really been a water drinker. I love my sweet teas, Kool-Aid, you know what I'm saying? Lemonade, that cool, refreshing drink.
Shout out to Eddie Murphy.
Hey, yeah, shout out to Eddie Murphy, man. Delirious and Raw and all that good stuff, man. But, you know, and soda. Like, I love orange soda. So that was my thing. But this app, you know, I have been going 11 days straight, you know, on top of things when it comes to drinking water. I think I have to drink like 102 ounces of water a day. I think that's like five bottles of water a day or something like that. But now it's a habit. It's like I said, it's 11 days straight. And it's one of those things where now I'm like, hey, how many I got left? Oh no, I gotta make sure I hit my goal. Now, to me, that's a good thing. Now, some people might say, well, now you're addicted to water. But I feel like that's healthy. I feel like, you know, if I don't go to the gym, you know, people say, hey, man, you know, if I don't go to the gym or if I don't do something, man, I just feel bad the rest of the day.
Oh, yeah, you know, been there.
It's one of those things where, you know, you kind of, I guess you can say, man, that you get addicted or you know, it's a habit, but I feel like that's healthy. But at the same time, too much of anything can be bad.
No doubt. But I do think that there are some positive addictions.
Okay.
That you can actually reinforce, man. It can take you places. I always think about the Apostle Paul, man, somebody that was addicted to the faith, prime man, prime picture. And he would always declare he was a fool for Christ. And he would make it known that there was something that he desired more than life itself. And there was a time where Paul said, you know, he was between two opinions. He would have loved to stay, to be here on this earth, to help people because it was more needful at the time. But he said he was really addicted to going home with Christ. So, you know what I'm saying? So when we look at that, there's a yearning, there's a desire, an addiction, man, something that you look so forward to that if you don't have it, it's probably more, you know, dangerous than you get it. Put it this way, you ever seen somebody that go through a withdrawal because they couldn't get a fix? You know what I mean? Like, and we are not saying that, you know, doing drugs is healthy, but I'm just saying once you have become quote unquote addicted to that, it's probably, you know, worse when they go through the initial withdrawals. So I would say, man, anything that puts you through actual withdrawals, man, that can become very, very dangerous, man. Yeah, any habit we have that we don't do can affect you, you know, throw you off, something like that. But I'm talking about to actually go through a withdrawal period.
Yeah, that's the
where
worst.
Mentally, physically, psychologically, you not having something that you desire or an agent that now has become a necessity. Yo, bro, that's a real life addiction, man.
Mm-hmm.
Put it this way, and this is gonna be amazing for you real men out there. Maybe you can testify to it. I don't know. I'm 37, and I ain't always been saved. So, but I did work in the prison system, and there's no way I can understand going without sex. You tell me I got 20 years, bro. Like what? I ain't gonna be with a woman for 20? Are you serious? Yo, bro, that's a serious addiction. But watch this. The reason it's an addiction is because we say as a man, we need this, right? We got to have this. You know what I mean? So when I look at just, yo, man, what's your addiction? Man, a big addiction, man, is the desire to have what you want, when you want, how you want it. Yo, that's an addiction that fuels people, whether it's at work, whether it's at home, church, whatever you do. And the craziest part about it, you never will reach the tapestry where it's enough when you live like that. So each week, you hear these people, yo, I'm on another level, bro. Well, I mean, good Lord, last year, what level you on there?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you really chase a ghost, man. And I think you got to be careful with that. But there are some positive addictions, things that we do. Yo, man, telling your wife you love her, I hope that's an addiction.
Right.
I hope, living, doing what you got to do, staying positive, I hope that's an addiction for you. God knows, I hope that going to the club is no longer addiction. I got to have it. No, I don't no more, bro.
Hey, I'm going to tell you something, man, that you kind of say, when it comes to withdrawals, I never forget. And this is something that a good portion of the world is addicted to, and that's cell phones.
Most definitely.
And I mean, I'll be the first, I work in the cell phone industry. So I got 2 cell phones. I got 2 phones. You know what I'm saying?
I got 2 phones.
Hey.
My bad, bro.
You already know what it is.
I'm for the plug. Let me go ahead, man. You run me out of here.
I know, man. And so I never forget, I was in the military and I deployed to Afghanistan. And of course, my phone didn't work out there. To be honest with you, I didn't even have my phone on me. I turned it off before I even deployed. But as I was out in the field working, I could feel my pockets vibrate. And I lied to you. I mean, I'm talking about, it ain't no, hold on, did I feel, no.
Yeah.
But that was me. And I remember talking to somebody about it before, and it was like, it's a term for it, to be honest with you. And I can't remember the name of the term, but it was like, yeah, man. It was like, that's normal. That happens. Yeah. And I'm just like, I'm reaching down at my pockets like, oh shoot, is a call coming through? I ain't got no phone on me. You know what I'm saying? But that let me know how these phones are like taking over, how addicted we are to phones, how addicted we are to technology. And, and so at the end of the day, I mean, everybody has an addiction.
Yes.
Yeah, we all have different addictions. It is what it is.
I ain't addicted to nothing, bro. Come on,
and that's a lie. Anybody say they ain't addicted to nothing, that's a lie, man. So, it's one of those things where it's tough. Again, it's more to addiction than what what people always preach. Oh, well, people are addicted to drugs and this and that, blah, blah, blah. No, it's more to it.
Because you got to keep in mind, bro, we got surface level addictions where people can see. But there are certain addictions underneath the surface, bro, that you got to dig to in order to see. Correct. You know what I mean? And believe it or not, man, if you ever get a chance to really spend some time, quiet time to yourself, you will discover some of the deficiencies that you probably never even knew existed because you took time to self-examine. Like I said, underneath the surface level, I can paint a good picture of myself.
Right.
But if you ever get the time to really spend time with somebody like a wife, like a husband, you see certain deficiencies because other people don't see it. And the funny part about it, some of the deficiencies are habitual. Like, I don't know why you keep doing it, but we do it, right? Yo, look, straight up too, man. I got a question for all y'all out here. Yo, we way too serious right now. So look, peep game.
Okay.
Let me ask this. Let me get y'all thinking real quick as we get in deep thought, get into some of this Platonic philosophy. You know what I mean? Let me get on my Socrates real quick. Preach. Yo, so check this. I know this has happened to every man out there. We're talking about addictions, but look, this is important. I know at some point in your life it has happened. And the $1 million question, I want you to be real and tell me, what have you done? Look, have you ever taken a shower?
Okay.
You midway into the shower. And you got to pee. Do you hold it? Do you get out the shower? Pee? Or do you just pee in the shower? I'm just asking. Have you ever been in that situation? Why does people looking at me like that? Have you ever been in that situation where you got to pee, right? You in the shower and you saying to yourself, yo, bruh, I got all this soap on. If I get out, just to pee to get right back in. I want to know what you do, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you right now. Because I don't care. Hey, man, I've been pissed all in that shower, bro.
Hey, in the words of Forrest Gump, I gotta pay.
I gotta pay. Can't sit here.
Yo, seats taken. Yo, peep game, bro. Yo, I don't get out.
I'm not getting out, man.
Look, yo, and look, I'm clean as a bean, man. But look, yo, I'm just trying to tell you, why is it important? Because, man, I got addicted to that, bro.
Oh, word.
To peeing in the shower.
Oh. Okay, then. I wasn't expecting that, but all right.
Yo, first of all, I'm definitely lying. If you really think I'm that nasty to get addicted,
I was about to say, my man. I was about to say, my man just sits in there and just pee in the shower. He don't even say, oh, I got to pee. I'm going to pee before I get in the shower.
Nah, bro, we ain't doing that.
I was about to say, all right, whatever. But
I can't do that in the shower. Look, I'm married. First of all, look, I'm married, and anybody know I'm like a germophobic. So, I've actually disinfected the kids by accident, just spraying through the house. So, no, I would never be that type that does that. But peep this. In the words of, I know you've seen that movie next Friday, right? You know, Uncle Elroy had to tell Craig, hey, me and Sugar get real nasty in there. So now we can't be peeing in no shower, bro.
Hey, bro.
But I had y'all going, right?
Hey, you
Come
did.
on, man.
Hey, you did, but I'm gonna tell you what, though, bro. Hey, I pee in the shower now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I might not be. I might not be back next week because I know my girl gonna get me. But it's gonna be hot when she hear this. I already know what's gonna happen.
Yo, she in there soaking this dude there peeing in the shower.
I ain't got time to get out, man. Hey, look, this is my house.
This is my house in here.
This is my house.
You can do whatever you want there.
I can do whatever I want to do up in my own house.
Yeah, I
run things around here.
Hey, keep talking. Preach. Yo, man, when men talk, people listen.
Man, you already know what it is, man. Hey, this is great, man.
We
continue to drop heat for y'all week after week, man.
After week.
Y'all already know what it is. Hey, if y'all have not listened to our other podcasts, we do have other podcasts out there. Of course, we post the links and all that stuff all over social media, Facebook, Instagram. Of course, we got our YouTube page. We're on Spotify. We're on Spotify Podcasts. We're on Apple Podcasts. I mean, Google Podcasts. Hey.
Yo, let's embarrass family members, man. Y'all remember, y'all had a cousin, man. I'm going to call him by name. That dude was disgusting, man. I don't know if you remember when Daryl Jones used to eat dirt.
And why you could do it like that, man?
Yo, this dude was addicted to eating dirt. Yo, am I lying, bro? I know you see how these memories are, bro? They stay here. Yo, this dude was literally addicted to good old fashioned country dirt.
Man, this dude.
And we would be balling, playing or something. Daryl would go outside and you heard mama say, hey, boy, you get that dirt out your mouth. The dude was infatuated. Like, he had a serious issue, bro. This dude ate dirt.
Hey man, hey, speaking
Right or wrong, man.
hey, he did. I remember that. I remember.
Yo, if you don't know that, you don't know Daryl. The dude ate dirt, bro.
Hey man, speaking of eat dirt. Hey man, this is the last story, man. We cut this thing, but look, last story. I remember we were playing basketball, and
I already know.
Hey, Daryl, back in the day, Daryl was fast. He was probably one of the fastest cats in the neighborhood. He was small, and Daryl could jump. Daryl really could. Daryl had some bunnies on him, seriously.
Bunnies.
And I remember Daryl was doing this thing out there on the basketball court.
Getting the best of you. I remember that day.
Chris Riddick.
Shout out
to my cousin Chris Riddick. You know what I'm saying?
Had the basketball go on a light line.
On a light line pole. Some of the greatest games that you would ever encounter back in the day, man.
Legendary.
We was out there in the sand or the dirt or whatever, and Daryl came down the middle. I say, "Look, I got something for this."
Yo, all the talk is over, bro.
Hey, so I tripped him. Hey, Daryl ate all the dirt he wanted to. That
dude, when this dude tripped Daryl, face full of dirt, and then takes off running through the neighborhood, Daryl's chasing him.
Yep.
I mean, just some of the funnest.
Daryl wanted to fight me.
Do you remember when y'all were? Well, I'm kind of instigator, yo. Everybody know that, but I had these dudes fighting in Atlanta, Georgia, in the hotel. You talk about one of the funnest things we've ever done, bro.
I do remember that.
As adolescents, man. We were addicted. You know what we were addicted to doing, bro? To being young men. We were not in a position where we grew up and we didn't know who we were. We was young men that, hey, we loved the fact that we were young men.
Yeah.
And that is a beautiful thing, man.
And that's facts, man. But no, don't let Junior fool you. He was addicted to instigating. Junior was the biggest instigator ever. Like forever. Like seriously.
I don't know why though.
I don't know why.
I can't help it.
I can't help it. He had to have it.
I had to have it. Yo, do you know that I was the guy that parents would say, yo, don't hang with this dude, man.
Yeah.
You better go get some prayer. Do not hang.
Yeah.
This guy here, yo, he ain't headed nowhere. Yo,
yeah, man. Yeah.
And you know what I was addicted to doing, man? I really thought that because I'm naturally, believe it or not, shy, even though it don't seem like it. But I thought if I could be the life of the party, I could control the environment. And I didn't even realize that that's what I was doing. But I would be more comfortable with, with controlling the environment. Just because I was addicted to be in a position where I never wanted to be, controlled, so to speak.
Yeah.
So I was rebellious, bro.
Hey, man. But at the end of the day, man, it's like I said, we don't regret any of it. It's all life lessons. It was definitely good times. We have, like I said, hundreds of stories. I'm sure we could write a novel if we wanted to.
Taco Tuesday, man.
Oh, yeah, it is Taco Tuesday, huh?
Shout out.
You already know what it is. So with that being said, we can go ahead and end this thing, man. And until next time, y'all be easy.
Easy.
Y'all take care and y'all be safe out there in them streets.
Salute.